How to use the equations filter with pattern layers in Affinity Photo to create all kinds of amazing designs. Go to the layer menu and new layer. Go to the gradient tool, just go there and create a quick gradient. I'm using linear and also white to black, the basic gradient. Just go up to layer and new pattern layer from selection, the move tool and set mirror on. Once you've done that, you can resize that and you can see your pattern layer. You can move it around, resize it. I'm just going to resize it to about there. You can rotate it. Next thing, go to the filters menu and go to distort and then equations. I'm going to use polar. So just select there and you'll see you've got R and T and you also got parameters A, B and C. That's it. Key thing to do, make certain the extend mode is not 0. We just go for mirror. Once you've selected that, then just enter some values. So let's just go for R equals R times 2. Or maybe go to R divided by 2. Or maybe go for R times 5 is 5 times A times R. And the A, what you can do, you can just change the A there. Also what you can do, you can go over here and you can say maybe minus T. However, T is probably a very small value. So you notice no difference whatsoever there. So times 1,000. So if you put 1,000 in there, times maybe B. And then you can change that. You can see the result there. So you've got those things. And also what you can do, I haven't used T yet, but you can use T times 2. And maybe go for times C into that. So you can bring C in as well. Maybe make it more than that. Maybe make it, because it looks good, maybe make it go for 10. Just go for 10 and then just vary that. And B there. Or maybe you decide, well, you know what, I don't like that one, the T minus, really has very little effect. So maybe R times R. And then you think, oh crumbs, it's made a real mess of that. Maybe divide by 100. Or maybe divide by 1,000 if you want to reduce the value. And all these sort of subtle changes, you can result in a whole different load of designs. And if you make a mistake, it will go into a red. So you just put B times that, and then you can see the value there. You can just vary it, you can vary that, and you can vary C as well. A whole range of different designs that can be created. And of course I've just gone hardly any. There's sine, there's square roots, there's many other functions that you can use. So if you want to, just explore with all these things and just add, let's say add T into this as well. So T at the front maybe, or 1,000 times T. Minus R, and so on and so on. So you can just create all kinds of really wonderful designs. And once you're happy with that, just click apply. So you've got your design, and then you can still use this live. Sadly, the equations filter does not store the value. So it's not really much use in terms of all the equations. You can, of course, you can use macros. Macros are super useful. So if you want to save it, best thing, just go to View and Studio and go to Macro. So Macro, and then just record this and then start recording. So you can click there and then you just go to Filters and go to Distort Equations. Unfortunately, it always puts it back to the default. Put it polar and then R times sine of R. Let's just try out different things. And you can see if the value is really extreme, you think, well, you know what, that doesn't work. So maybe divided by 100. And again, make certain you put mirror there as the option there. And then sometimes if you end up with a sort of no result, you realise that you're probably not doing something that's that great. So maybe time divided by 100. And you can see the result there. Maybe put B into that sine function. So put B times that. And that will vary that. And you've got the A vary. Now, A times that. Missed the A out. So you can vary that as well. B you can vary. And also you can vary C. So T times C. You can vary those. And there's a whole range of design. However, once you've done all that, you've got all those settings, and you think, well, you know what, that's quite a nice design. Click apply. And you can stop the recording. Back to, now let's just change the gradient. So I'm just going to quickly go over here to the gradient tool, and I can just quickly add a gradient there. But instead of using just that, I'm just going to go up here, click there. Let's add some colour. So just go for maybe blue. Oh, that looks quite nice. Let's just go with that. And you don't have to go with linear, of course. You can always go for elliptical, whole range of different designs that you can create. Once you've done that, again, convert it to a pattern layer. Just go to Layer, New Pattern Layer from Selection, then go to Move Tool, go up here to the mirror, and you can resize it. Move this around, and you can resize that again, all the way down to there. Well, once you've done that, you've got this equation here, and you can simply run it. And you can see the result. Well, that was the result for that one, but you can always undo. Maybe this time I'm just going to maybe rotate it. So just rotate it and then run the equation. And you can see a different result. And of course, you can resize that, run it again. It's quite nice. Rotate that and run it again. And of course, what you can also do, you can save this. You just save it to a library. So you go to View, and then you've got Studio, and you've got Library down here. So you've got Library, and that can be saved very quickly to your library. There's just a little option there, and that's obviously a very basic macro, but it can be saved by clicking there to your library. And of course, you can run it again, design there. Let's just quickly go to the layer, make sure I'm selecting the pattern. That's the key thing, make certain you select the pattern. If you can't find this box, always go back to the pattern and that will reveal it, because sometimes what happens, I end up having tendency to get those ones. You can always remove them, makes it less likely to do that, but you can move it around, rotate the design, and then just go to over here to quite macro and run it again. And if you don't like the result, undo. And of course, what you can also do, you can apply additional colours. If you're not happy with the colour scheme, up here to Layer and New Adjustment Layer, maybe go for Recolor, say. And you can recolor it very quick and easy and change that. And you can see vary that. And also you've got blending modes. So you can just run through those and blend with like difference. Change the pattern, just go back to there and then just run. Repeat equations, do that one, or use the macro. That's just as good as well. But of course, this is useful if you've gone off and done something else, you haven't got that repeat feature, then you have to recreate the equation. And again, you've got that design there, which you can then rotate and apply it again. So it's literally an infinite amount of different designs can be created very quick and easy by using this macro approach combined with the equation. And also, what you can also do, you can always go to distort and maybe deform. And once you've done that, remember to click apply, and then you can run an equation again on that, and so on and so on. Hope you found this of interest. Thank you. Bye.